my friends. Welcome. Yes, today we're doing an experiment. We're doing a vlog on YouTube, and we're also going to be doing Facebook Live later, which is going to be great. But I just wanted to say hello and tell you about today. Now, yesterday, I went on Facebook Live and did a live vlog yesterday, but also I uploaded that to YouTube, so it should be in both places. But yesterday, I talked to you about this journey that I'm starting about learning about Cherokee history in my area that I live in, and specifically about the Trail of Tears. Just as a reminder, this all started with my very first vlog when I went to the Chickamauga battlefield and we went by Chief John Ross's house, and I admitted I had absolutely no idea who he was, and I felt really bad about that. I just felt like I should know, and I can't explain that other than that's how I felt. So we're here though, finally. All right, so where are we? We are at a place called Redclay State Historic Park. What is that? Actually, it's really beautiful out here, and I'll show you guys around in a minute. But just to give you guys, I did actually print off some notes. And some of these notes, actually, what I might do is I might just start putting links for you guys to check this stuff out. But I'm just going to read this to you verbatim. Okay, so forgive me while I read. The historically significant council grounds at Redclay, commonly referred to as the Redclay Council Ground, which we will go, was the site of the last seat of Cherokee government from 1832 through 1838. It was here that Chief John Ross, who was the primary principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, learned that the Cherokee were to be forced off their land and driven west. Chief Ross led the fight to keep Cherokee's eastern lands, refusing to move to Oklahoma. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 did not give the government the right to forcibly make the Cherokee leave. Let's see. But it looked like this. I'm just going to read this one too. Here at Redclay, the Trail of Tears really began, for it was at the Redclay Council Grounds that the Cherokee learned that they had lost their mountains, streams, and valleys forever. There's an amazing quote here from Chief John Ross that I actually just want to read all of. Quote, "We are despoiled of our private possessions, the indefeasible property of individuals. We are stripped of every attribute of freedom and eligibility for legal self-defense. Our property may be plundered before our eyes. Violence may be committed on our persons. Even our lives may be taken away, and there is none to regard our complaints. We are denationalized. We are disfranchised. We are deprived of membership in the human family. We have neither land nor home, nor resting place that can be called our own, and this is affected by the provisions of a compact which assumes the sacred appellation of treaty. We are overwhelmed. Our hearts are sickened. Our utterance is paralyzed when we reflect on the condition in which we are placed by the audacious practices of unprincipled men who have managed their stratagems with so much dexterity as to impose on the government of the United States in the face of our earnest, solemn, and reiterated protestations." He said that here, September 28th, 1836. I wanted to get the sign at the front when we came in, because I thought it was pretty cool. Hop over to the visitor center and see what we can see. Here we go. We're at the visitor center. This place is pretty big. I think it's 100 and some odd acres. Wow, this is cool. You are here. Ooh, eternal flame. I must see that. Cool. Got a map. We are on our way. Ooh, there's stuff on the back of here. Cool. Which way should we go? Let's check our handy dandy little map. Well, let's go to the right and see what we can find. Because it's not like we're not going to see everything. This is amazing, actually. Ooh. Gosh, can you walk over there? Ooh. This is great. Wow, look at that. Can you see over there? Oh yeah, we have to go over there. This is amazing. Wow. Okay, let me read let me read what it says to you on the back of the paper. The Cherokees carried hot coal from their council fire at Red Clay on their removal to Oklahoma. In the 1950s, the flame was transported to Cherokee, North Carolina, and then in April 1984, 10 Cherokee runners with torches returned that fire to Red Clay, demonstrating that the Cherokee spirit is unquenchable. This fire is a memorial to those people who suffered and died on the infamous Trail of Tears. It also commemorates the reuniting of the Eastern and Western Cherokee Nations here at Red Clay. August 7th, 1837, April 6th, 1984. Wow. That is beautiful. Wow. Ooh, I see a sign. This is so beautiful. Sorry, squirrel ADD moment. Wow. Y'all know how much I love signs. Red Clay Council Grounds, 1832 to 1838. Here was the capital and last council ground of the Cherokee Nation in the East. At a full council held in October 1835, a proposed treaty with the U.S. providing for the removal of the Cherokee to the Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, was overwhelmingly rejected. John Howard Payne, author of Home Sweet Home, and a champion of Indian rights, attended the council, which was also attended by a number of prominent United States and Cherokee officials. The council house stood just east of the Great Council Spring. Brigadier General John E. Wool and his detachment of troops camped at a large spring about 1/4 mile east while observing meetings of the Cherokees in council. 4 miles east at Flint Springs was the last home in the east of John Ross, principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. 25 miles from here on Highway 411 south of Benton is the grave of Nancy Ward, a beloved woman of the Cherokee. Now, we've been there. We have been there. Wow. Just popped over on Facebook to do Facebook Live from here at Red Clay. And that was pretty cool. I posted a picture earlier and it looks like this is where the picture came from. Cool. Oh. Blue Hole Spring. Ah, gosh darn tree. Let me just read it. There is Cherokee belief. There is another world under this, and it is like ours in everything, animals, plants, and people, save that the seasons are different. The streams that come from the mountains are the trails by which we reach this underworld, and the springs at their heads are the doorways by which we enter it. But to do this, one must fast and go to the water and have one of the underground people for a guide. We know that the seasons in the underworld are different from ours because the water in the spring is always warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer than the outer air. In the late 1880s, ethnographer James Mooney collected legends and myths, such as this from the Cherokee mythkeeper Swimmer. Mooney writes, "First in chief in the list of storytellers comes..." I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce his name. Swimmer. His mind was a storehouse of Indian tradition. He gave nearly 3/4 of the material in the myths of Cherokee and sacred formulas of the Cherokees to Mooney. That is who this guy? He was trained to be a priest, doctor, and keeper of tradition. He spoke only Cherokee throughout his adult life. He wore moccasins, a turban, and carried a badge of authority, the rattle. That's him. Wow, that's amazing. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the mood to go on a nature trail. Let's go check this out. Oh, yep, it is. This is the picture I posted earlier. Look at that. So cool. Here we go. Here's the spring. We're sitting down here by the water. Doesn't look very deep, but then again, I guess looks can be deceiving. It's beautiful and peaceful and quiet here. Okay, this looks pretty flippin' cool. Wow. Wow. Okay, now I need to know what this is. So, the socks don't disappear out of the dryer. They come here. Okay. Between 1828 and 1830, Georgia passed laws prohibiting the Cherokee from meeting for any purpose other than to sign a treaty giving up their land. This is a replica of that. The council that had been meeting in the Cherokee capital of New Ashota, Georgia, met once in Alabama in 1831, and then moved here to Red Clay in 1832. That's what this is. Council. Wow. Ooh, more stuff. Okay, here we go. This is pretty amazing, actually. Ooh. The mask and the design to the right symbolize the 7 Cherokee clans. Deer, paint, bird, wolf, wild potato, blue, long hair. Wow. The number 7 is considered sacred. Family relationships among the Cherokee are matrilineal, which means they're traced through the women. Within the clans, the mother's siblings, and their children are the mother, and the mother's mother are considered to be her children's only kinsmen. The mother's brother teaches and disciplines her children as the father, but as the father is not considered to be a blood relative. Wow. That I did not know. The mask carvings shown here were carved from a sycamore tree that thrived for over 150 years before being hit by lightning in 2012. This event was significant in Cherokee culture. According to legend, the first fire was created by the Thunders, who, in order to warm the cold world, sent lightning and put fire into the bottom of a sycamore tree. Park staff and Cherokee artist John Grant came up with a plan to create a unique carving that would showcase the 7 clans of the Cherokee people according to the artist's vision. Ooh, goodness. Wow. I was struck by lightning. Wow. the center looks like. I don't want to disturb it, but wow. That is amazing. It's wet on the top still from the rain we had. Oh, sleeping huts. Some of the Cherokees and their visitors at the council meeting stayed in sleeping huts similar to these replicas. The huts had neither doors, windows, nor chinking. Oh. George W. Featherstone Howe, an English geologist working with the United States Bureau of Topographical Engineers, made 3 extensive survey trips in the years 1834 to 1837. On his 3rd expedition in 1837, he attended the October Cherokee Council here at Red Clay. So these are kind of firsthand. Wow. Yeah, look at this. Ooh. Okay, no floor. Wow. Okay. Lots of bees in here. We are going out. There's another one. I think they all look the same. Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's better. Wow. This one looks the same. Ooh, wow. It's gorgeous out here. I could just come out here and just sit. Okay, way over there is the road I came in on. And I passed by this stuff and I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I have to see it. Cherokee farmsteads varied greatly according to the wealth and degree to which the family had adopted European ways. Each site, however, had 3 basic components: the living area, the cultivated fields, and the woodlands. The Cherokee farmer who used a plow, that picture is pretty incredible. Look at that. The Cherokee farmer who used a plow was working to produce corn, the same crop his ancestors had tended to with digging sticks and stone hoes. The earlier Cherokee family grew corn to ensure themselves and their relatives of a winter food supply. Wow. The 19th century Cherokee farmer grew corn not only for food but to fatten pigs for sale on a competitive market. Wow. The buildings replicated here represent a Cherokee farmhouse, barn, and corn crib. Wow. Okay, let's check this out. Here's the house. Can you see that? That is cool. Can't actually go in, but you can see through the crack. There's a fireplace over there, food, bed, some kind of an upstairs. There's another bed right there. Neat. Animals would be in here. over there is the corn shed. We can't go over there. There's somebody busy over there right now. How do you know when you've forgotten to take your allergy pill? Y'all see how now red my nose is? Lord. Anyway. So the thing I thought that was on top of the hill that looked pretty cool is actually just a pavilion that I guess people can come to and have, like, I don't know, cookouts or parties or whatever you do at a pavilion. So we have actually seen everything. Let me try that again. We have actually seen everything. So now there's one place that I passed on the way here that I was like, oh, I got to check this out. So we're going to go back the way we came, and hopefully it'll be super awesome. Yay. Hope you guys liked that. That was so amazing. And I love learning, and even though I might not have said it on camera, I did learn quite a bit here, and I am in gratitude for that. Beautiful. I mean, just look. I'm gonna have to come back here when the trees are all in full bloom just to see, but it looks so amazing. Look at that. Wow. Gorgeous. Just beautiful. The way both here and back, I saw this house, John Martin House. Can't get out because it looks like private property, so I don't want to trespass. But let's see if I can read that sign. Cherokee Judge John Martin, 1784 to 1840. There's the house. Judge John Martin was judge of the Amohi and Kuzawati districts, treasurer of the Cherokee Nation, delegate to the Cherokee Constitutional Convention, and Chief Justice of the First Supreme Court of the Cherokees after their removal to the West. This was the last home of Martin before he went west in 1837. Wow. But, okay, well, I just wanted to stop and get this because it's on the Trail of Tears National Historical Trail, and just pretty amazing. I realized I forgot to do my sign off, and I'm already in my pajamas and at home, so I just wanted to say thank you for taking time with me today and spending time and hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.